Hey everybody, and welcome back to Zenvair Pilot. I am Larry Nelson, back out here at the Somerton Airport, and this time not to work on other people's airplanes, but to work on my airplane. So it's that time of year again where I actually need to jump out there and do the condition inspection on the 601 HDS. So it's not too intense to get the annual done, just a real good inspection is all it really needs. But what's going to take me some extra time this year is I'm putting in a brand new instrument panel. So I cut a new panel, and the whole purpose of cutting that panel was I wanted a better layout, a layout that was going to suit my needs, the way I like to fly, and basically give me better situational awareness for, again, how the plane's operating, the engine operation, and everything else. So I'm going to jump on that, but before I do, I think it's time to take this thing up in the air and get a little flight time before I jump on that annual. Now while I'm out here, I'll show you a couple other things real quick. You notice behind me, these are the wings for my dad's plane, so we are going to be making some modifications to these shortly. Mainly, I need to put the leading edge fuel tanks in, which I do have. So we'll be putting the fuel tanks in and getting those ready to install as well. But that's coming in the future as we make more progress on my dad's airplane. But again, for now, I'm going to jump in this plane, do a couple patterns, and I'm going to dig straight into the annual on this 601 HDS. Alright everybody, just finished up with that flight. Just did a couple quick patterns just to warm the engine up and get ready to do the oil change and get started on this annual. Alright, so I got all the spark plugs changed out and did the differential compression. Everything looked really good. Let me show you some of the let me tell you some of the numbers. So every cylinder was at least 73 over 80, somewhere a little better. Again, we're looking for basically in that range. Anything we want to show that all the compressions are looking really good, that we're not getting any blow by, and this is actually in really good shape. So good to go for next year. I checked all the spark plugs. None of them look like they've been leaded up. So again, operating it the way we should be. We're not getting any undue wear, undue leaning damage. So next thing is drop the oil and do an oil change. Alright, so that'll bring day one to a close. I was able to get the oil change done, differential compression test done. Did not change the oil yet because I'm going to be swapping out the oil pan. I got a slight leak there that I want to take care of, so haven't put oil in it yet, but there's a good reason why. Started pulling off the cowling, cleaning it up, mainly because I'm going to be swapping out the instrument panel throughout the course of this video. So I'm going to get going. I'll probably be back tomorrow night, or some other time here fairly quickly to get more make more progress on the 601 annual. And hey everybody, welcome back to day 2 of getting this plane back into annual. Today I got a few more things on task today. I want to get into the back of the fuselage, do a little changes to make things a little better. I got some wires that aren't exactly the tightest, but I think we can really clean that up, make that a lot better. And then I'm going to jump more and more onto that panel to get ready to install the new instrument panel with the better layout that I've been looking forward to. So without any more discussion, I'm going to jump in here and let's get to work. Alright, so that's another day to a close out here at the hangar. Got a bunch of work done today. So if you look here, I got the new panel riveted in place. I got a couple things I still need to fit, but otherwise, overall looking pretty good. So I'm gonna head home, but I might be out here later tonight. There's a couple things I need to pick up at the store to make sure that I can get this done, but I think we're making some good progress, and hopefully soon we'll have this thing back up in the air. So everybody, I've been out here at the hangar for a couple of nights now, and I've actually got the new panel installed, ready to go. So I'm extremely excited for this. It's been something I've been planning for quite a while, and I'm just glad that this part of the project is done now. The plane's not annual yet. I still have a few more little things to do, but that's coming really soon. Basically, I've got to finish up on the engine. I've got to do some inspection under these little access panels, double check all the tape and cable tensions. We're back in business. So let me real quick show you guys. I still have the GRT EFIS, but I've aligned up everything just so that it makes a whole lot more sense. It's an much more even flow, and I got this labeling done. Now this was all done at a sign shop. This is actually a vinyl wrap. All right, another long night. Gonna get started here at the hangar, but what I've got to do today is I'm gonna pull the oil pan off of the Zenvair motor so we can change the oil pan gasket. So let's get moving. Alright guys, just to show you this, that's how much oil gets left over after a full oil change. It's amazing how much actually gets left. So we're going to dump this and get the new pan gasket on. Alright, well the pan gasket's in. Wasn't too bad, just had to pull it down, take out a few bolts, slather it up with some RTV, torque it into place, and now I've got to let it set up overnight just to make sure it's all sealed, that it's set up properly. Tomorrow, got a little bit of trimming to do, that I can reinstall the motor and get a lot closer to being done. Basically, all I've got left is I've got to put it all back together. All right, so back at the hangar again, and I've got the engine back on the 601. It actually wasn't too bad. I got it out here this morning, checked that all of the gasket sealer was in place and in good shape, got the motor back on. Again, did a little bit down here rigging up the carburetor this afternoon. But yeah, couple quick more steps. The other thing I did was I came in here and I replaced the distributor cap and the rotor. That's also part of the annual inspection. So I got to go pick up my kids from school. After that, I'm going to get back on this thing this evening, and hopefully I'll be able to get oil in it and do the test run. Alright, so got the cowling back on, and huge shout out to my buddy Matt for actually having that piece of scat tubing that I needed. So it is in the plane, and I'm ready to at least do tonight's test run. I'm gonna have to come out tomorrow to do the full power, check the ignition advance, but that'll be for tomorrow. Until then, I'm gonna do this quick run, and then I'm heading home to enjoy the rest of my evening. Alright, ignition on. Mixture rich. 2, 3 pumps. Clear prop. And avionics are on. Everything is looking good. Alright, let's do a couple of tests and I'm going to put it back in the hangar. Alright everybody, so I'm heading back out to the airport today because I need to finish up the condition inspection. Meet my buddy Eric out there, and he is going to jump in the cockpit and actually help me do the full static run and check on the total ignition advance. So let's jump in the car and head out to the airport. Alright, so I just finished the post-maintenance flight for the 601 HDS, so it is back in its annual condition inspection time frame. So I'm able to fly this thing. I just can't wait to get back in the air. Couple things I did on this one. Obviously, you guys saw that I did the oil pan gasket. There was a small oil weep and I was tired of cleaning up after it. And the fact is, these things shouldn't leak oil anyway, so I took care of that. This thing is not leaking a drop. It's amazing. Next thing I did, I had to put in the magnetometer because I want to make sure this thing is IFR capable so that I can fly it around a lot more. The other thing we did, as you saw, a brand new instrument panel. So a lot of things were done. Can't wait to get this thing in the air for some more epic flying content. So this is me, Larry Nelson, telling you guys, for projects like this, get in the garage, get building, and if you're already done, get in the air and enjoy aviation.